Hello and welcome. Welcome to our module on configuring AWS CloudTrail. USM Anywhere has the ability to read your cloud environment logs and provide visibility into your AWS account activity, where we can see actions taken by a user, role, or an AWS service. CloudTrail events include actions taken in the AWS Management Console, the AWS Command Line Interface, the AWS SDKs, and APIs. In this module, we will set up CloudTrail logging to capture what is happening in our AWS environment. We will begin with our AWS console and locate CloudTrail. Remember, you can access it through your recently visited, through the search bar, or the favorites links. I'll hit that. And on the left, open the dashboard. Go down to Trails and create new trail. I'll give it a unique name. For the storage location, we can either create a new S3 bucket or we can use an existing S3 bucket. In our case, we have an existing bucket, so I'm going to go select that. I'll browse to it and choose that. One thing to remember with the S3 buckets is we have to be unique in our names. Amazon requires that a unique name be used across all of AWS, not just your account. So you have to be creative when coming up with a unique name. Scroll down. We're not going to be using KMS encryption, so I'm going to deselect that. We will be using file validation, so I'll leave the default. We're not going to be using CloudWatch logs or optional tags, so I'll hit next at the bottom. For the log events, we are going to choose log management events, but you can also select data events, insight events, or network activity events. We need to provide a little more detail about the types of API activity we want to log, and we're going to leave the default of read and write activities and hit next. We are going to review our selections, scroll to the bottom, and press Create Trail. Here at the top, you can see the trail has been created, so wait a few seconds for the resources to load. There it is. The trail has been created. Let's switch over to USM Anywhere and take a look at the scheduled task that gets created automatically to pull this data. So I'll switch to my sensors area of my USM Anywhere, and we can see here down at the bottom, we do not have any of those scheduled tasks for CloudTrail. I'm going to refresh this page by pressing F5 on my keyboard. If we scroll to the bottom, we'll see that there is a CloudTrail scheduled task that was created automatically and is running every 5 minutes. It is in the process of running, so let's go take a look now at the events that this is bringing in. So I'll switch over to Activity, Events, and here on the right, we don't see any events yet. We're going to wait a few more minutes, and then I'm going to refresh this page, and we should see the CloudTrail events start coming in under data source. So there it is. I've refreshed the page, and now here on the left, under data source, we can see that we have at least 90 CloudTrail events. Let's click on that. Now there's 164 events. So it's bringing in all the data. Let's take a look at some of the event names. Assume role, view instance details, get bucket ACL, create grant, decrypt. You can see several different types of events. And again, these are all API calls that are taking place in your AWS environment. Thank you so much for watching.